Hi students, I am Kavita Singh from Samarpan Gyan School, and today we will learn and continue our 7th standard science chapter number 7 also, weather, climate and adaptation of animals to climate. Student, what you see on your screen, that is a graph, right? And this graph is showing the variation of the maximum and minimum temperature during date 3 to 9. Okay, it is just example, and this graph is showing the maximum and minimum temperature of the week. So here you can see the maximum temperature is 26, okay, because it is higher, and minimum temperature is 22. So which day is the minimum temperature? Date 6, okay, and date 3 is the hottest day because temperature is the maximum, higher temperature is the day, okay. So the maximum and minimum temperature are recorded every day, and do you know how these temperatures are recorded? Yes, it is recorded, but how? With this instrument. This is called maximum and minimum thermometer, or minimum or maximum thermometer. Okay, the weather report of a place always includes the minimum temperature and the maximum temperature of the day, which are measured by using this thermometer. And what we call this thermometer? Minimum or minimum maximum thermometer, or a maximum minimum thermometer, okay. And the minimum thermometer can be experienced in the morning time, while the maximum is minimum temperature, right, in the morning, and the maximum temperature is experienced at the afternoon. You know that, okay. Now I will show you the another gadget, that is the rain gauge. It is a rain gauge, okay. What is the rain gauge? To measure the rainfall of a place, an instrument is called rain gauge, okay. It is used, and the rain gauge collected the rainwater of the origin and has a measuring cylinder, measuring scale, which determine the quantity of rainfall of that place. And you can also make at home, and this is the rainy season, so you can do this activity at your home. This is a very simple activity. Take a one bottle and cut the top of the bottle, okay, and remove their cap, its cap, remove their lids, and fill the stone and gravels in the bottom of the bottle, okay, from this design. So after that, you invert the top of the bottle in the bottle, and stick a one scale here, or you can make the scale on the bottle, and you can place this instrument in your garden or in a terrace when rain is come. So it is collect some water in it, and you can determine the quantity of the rainfall, okay. So you can do it at your home. Now we will go ahead, and next topic is climate. What is a climate? Here you can see the climate: atmospheric condition like temperature, rainfall and etc. of the region over a long period, okay, not a suddenly or not a very fast. It is a change after a long period of a time, over the period of a year or a longer. In the other word, we can say the climate of the place can be defined as the prevailing weather condition of the place for a long period of the time. For example, 25 years, okay. Or another example is the temperature of the Rajasthan generally high throughout the year, and it does not receive the much rainfall. So we can say that Rajasthan is the hot and dry place, okay. Now you can see this is the different climate in our earth, okay. That is the different climate on our earth. So you can see that this area, red or orange area, is called the tropical, and this area is very hot. And now it is yellowish part. So yellowish part is dry and warm. Okay, it is a warm. When we go upside of the earth, so it is cooler, and when we reached here, so it is a polar region, it is a very cold. Why the different climates on the earth? You can understand by this picture. You can see here why this area is hotter, rain hot, warm, and this area is cold. Okay, because you can see here the sun rays is coming here in this surface, because this surface is near to the sun. So radiation of the sun is very high in this surface, and you can see the radiation of the sun is less from this surface. Means it's take the time, and it is a far from the sun, so this area is cooler. Okay, now we can learn about the climate and adaptation. What is the climate and adaptation? So climate means the climate of a place can affect the living organism of the of that area, and the animals living the particular region. You can see here different diagrams, this and this. So animals live in the particular region, adapt themselves so that they can survive the weather condition of that place. And the futures, the habits of the animals start to change as per the climate of the place. Okay, now we can learn first the polar region. What is the polar region? The polar region, it is cold region. You can see here that is the polar region, and it is cold. So the area of the earth that surrounded the north pole, it is a north pole, and the south pole in the lower side, that is the south pole, is called the polar region. Okay, because sun rays is not coming here, so it is the polar region. And the climate of the polar region is extremely cold throughout the year and receive heavy snow, and the sun does not rise for the 6 months. Okay, for the 6 months sun is not rises here of the year. So in the polar region, and then it stays up for the next 6 months. Okay, the temperature in the polar region is as below or a low minus 30 degrees Celsius, and the most common animals found in these regions are polar bear, penguin, and other animals that can be found in the polar areas are fishes, bird, oxen, reindeer, fox, whales, and etc. They have adapted themselves so they can survive easily in this place. So students, tell me, what is this? You know that. What is this? This is the polar bear. Now we learn about the polar bear, which adaptations polar bear take. So you can see the white fur of the polar bear. So the white fur of the polar bear makes it easier to them to hide in the snow, because snow is also in white color. Therefore save them from the predators. Now in the same way, it makes easier for them to catch the prey, right? And the polar bears have 2 layers of thick fur of them, so that they can survive extremely cold conditions. Now next is the polar bear moves slowly and rest very slowly, because their body is heavy, and more another condition is that rest a lot of, so they do not get overheated because of their thick fur. Now next is the polar bear often swim on the warm day to keep themselves cool. The paws of the polar bear, you can see the paws of the polar bear in the legs, so large and wide, so that it can swim and well as walk easily in the snow. The polar bear can swim underwater as well, because it can keep nostril closed for a long time. and it has a strong sense of smell of the polar bears, makes it possible to locate its prey during the search of food and such harsh weather. Okay, now in the next slide you can see the main adaptation we have already learned now, but here is the again we can repeat that. So first one is the polar bear have an excellent sense of smell and adaptation of them find to prey. Okay, now polar bears have a strong legs, it helps to swim and walk, and this help to swim fast through the ice water. Now next is the polar bears have a thick rough sandpaper like paws, and it helps to grip slippery ice and get good friction. Okay, so that's why their paws are rough. Now next is the polar bear has a thick white fur, it's help to blend into the snow and also stay warm. Okay, and it helps to capture the food. So our topic is finished here. We will continue this topic into the next class. Okay, bye.